is expected to decide on a response to the EFF's antics in Parliament. The ANC has described the party's actions as atrocious and abhorrent, saying such behaviour had never been seen in the 20-year history of the Democratic Parliament. The ANC says it made a mockery of the House. Let's get more reaction from ANC parliamentary spokesperson Moloto Mothapo. Moloto, thank you very much for your time this morning. Your party has released a statement condemning this behaviour, talking about an investigation into the matter. What type of investigation? What will this investigation entail into such a matter?
Well, firstly, I think it must be emphasized that the conduct is unacceptable. It is thuggery disguised as militancy or radicalism. It is inability to distinguish between Parliament and the Shebeen, and it is something that we can do without, because it is contemptuous to the people of South Africa on whose behalf this Parliament exists. But it is something that, as the presiding officer last night indicated, it is something that Parliament will have to investigate. The cameras were on, and the culprits will be easily identified. People who were making derogatory gestures, who were making insulting utterances before they left through the microphones of Parliament. And it will have to investigate what course of action to take. Previously, when people are engaging in such kind of behavior, they have been suspended for a week or two from Parliament, meaning that they will neither be able to be allowed in the House or attend House sittings, or no allowed through the gates of Parliament for that duration. So, but it will be entirely up to Parliament to investigate the matter, and in terms of the rules, make sure that the appropriate action is taken.
Now, Moloto, could this not possibly be a bit of an overreaction? Is this unusual behaviour for any parliament anywhere in the world? I mean, we have seen how other parliaments also function elsewhere in the world. And do you not think that this may be just a little bit of an overreaction, and especially about that comment from Julius Malema accusing the ANC government of killing mine workers? Do you not think that this move is a bit personal on the ANC side, just around that particular issue, that is the basis of this reaction?
Well, that behavior is atrocious. There can never be any excuse for it, because people have got members of Parliament in the House enjoy a high level of freedom of expression. But that freedom comes with responsibility. It is exercised within the confines of the rules of Parliament. And in order to maintain the decorum and the respect and calm in the House, you have to apply the rules. And the rules are clear that you do not just go around calling other honourable members of Parliament, because remember, every member is regarded as honourable. You do not go around calling other honourable members of Parliament names. You can't call them thieves, you can't call them murderers, unless you are able to do so through a process that is prescribed in the rules, meaning that you will have to raise that through a statement or a motion that will have to be backed by evidence, concrete evidence, showing that indeed the honourable member that you are referring to in that terms is indeed that kind of a person that you have described. But, this matter, anywhere in the world, there are rules. Yes, we have seen pictures of some international parliaments elsewhere, people fighting, beating each other with chairs, etc. But every parliament has got rules, and whenever, I am certain that whenever in any parliament such kind of things or pictures are shown on TV, there will be appropriate course of action that follows. It doesn't mean that because we see all these things every day, it doesn't mean that they are allowed. Otherwise, any parliament will degenerate into a Shebeen, and that is not the kind of institution that we need. It's not the kind of engagement or debate that we need within the institution.
Moloto, is it not a thought that maybe the EFF's behaviour or conduct in Parliament might lead Parliament itself to rethink the way it functions, especially one that is stuck or has its roots in a colonial past, that maybe the rules need to change and be a bit more relaxed so that, parliamentarians can engage one another appropriately?
Well, when you say the rules to be relaxed in order for MPs to engage one another, and I quote you, appropriately, Does it mean that appropriately mean that I have, if you're an MP, I have to call you a thief whenever I feel like? Do I have to call you a murderer? Do I have to call you all manner of things?
No, absolutely not, Moloto. That is not my intention at all, or not my suggestion at all. Just talking about the sort of colonial roots that our parliament is steeped in, and that's where it comes from. In terms of just some of the terms that are used, maybe people wouldn't go out of their way to flout those rules if they actually weren't as stringent, maybe, as some might perceive them to be.
Well, Parliament naturally, any Parliament naturally is a very robust institution. There are debates that are emotive. People in the heat of the moment say certain things that can be regarded in terms of the rules as unparliamentary. And whenever such kind of things happen, it is up to the presiding officers to make sure that they are called to order and they are required to withdraw those words. You would have seen last night that amongst the other rulings that have been made, it was directed at the Minister of Human Settlements, who had made unparliamentary utterances, and she has indeed, without any problem, withdrawn those words when directed by the presiding officer to do so. But indeed, the rules are very a critical part of Parliament. They are there to make sure that the engagement does not degenerate into chaos, into name-calling, because when you start to engage in name-calling, then you lower the standard and the quality of the debate, and no one will listen to you. You are then encouraging a situation that is just going to make Parliament very difficult to control in terms of the level of debate that should take place.
All right, and Moloto, very quickly for us, on that note of Minister Lindiwe Sisulu, will the ANC be taking any action against the Minister for her comments, even though she did withdraw them, but the fact that she had made them in the first place?
No. There is absolutely no reason to take any action. These things happen, like I say, all the time, because in the heat of the moment, people say certain things, and when they are called by the Speaker, it would have been a problem if the presiding officer asked her to withdraw, and she did not. But she has indeed showed and understood that what she has said is unparliamentary, inappropriate, and she has withdrawn, and we welcome that.
All right, thank you very much, ANC Parliamentary Spokesperson Moloto Mothapo.
Know more. eNCA.com